Now. Oh.
Oh.
E equals mc squared. Energy and mass compared. Relativity, it's clear. Einstein's vision brings us near.
But this doesn't quite explain the observational plane. Kinetic or potential energy, or is the observer stationary?
Gravity and falling fruit. Newton's law in every move. Apple drops, that's when he knew. Motion secrets in our view.
What goes up must come down. That's what you said, you silly clown. But we know that's not always true. Maybe a few too many apples hit you. We're human scientists. We don't have access to the other realms, and there's strange magic no matter what we do. Even if tried and true, still comes down to
Very educated guesses. Quantum worlds with waves and chance. Heisenberg takes a bold stance. Uncertainty's the core of light. Particles in shifting flight.
Well, thank you, Captain Obvious. Hope you didn't win that Nobel Prize for this. Humans will never be perfect at all these calculations and shit.
Hawking's black hole so intense. Cosmic wonder so immense. Event horizon's darkest dance. Space-time curves with every glance.
I'ma just be honest with you, Chief. It's the universe's trash can. It ain't deep. You gotta complicate it with all this math. Do you really wanna feel my wrath? We're human scientists.
We don't have access to the other realms,
And there's strange magic no matter what we do. Even if tried and true, still comes down to
very educated guesses. Educated guesses. Very educated guesses. Educated guesses. Educated guesses.
we're human scientists. We don't have access to the other realms, and there's strange magic. No matter what we do, even if tried and true, still comes down to
Very educated guesses. Educated guesses. Very educated guesses. Educated guesses. Guesses. Educated guesses.
That, my friends, was composed by our own Fizz Giggity. Fizz, you spent a lot of time, effort, and all that jazz researching stuff and things like that.
And
How
making
did
it
you do it?
rhyme.
Though I know I should be wary, still I venture someplace scary. Ghostly haunting, I turn loose.
It's showtime!
Alrighty then. Hey guys, what's going on? Oh my god, I still have a cow behind me. My
Yes,
apologies.
you do.
I need to
They're pretty
adjust
cute,
to
though.
the other how the heck do I do stuff again? Oh yes, professional YouTuber. There we go. Alright. Accept. There we go. Alright, we're back to normal. I'm blending into my own stuff there. So welcome everybody. Well, at least yes, move it. Rick enjoyed your song. That's a great compliment. Especially somebody that I've annoyed over the past several. Oh my god, it has been several years with all just randomly sciencey speculations that what seemed to be, at least to our knowledge, an incredibly accurate song. Well done.
Still not as popular as my Stuff and Things song, though, for some reason.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody knows he does stuff and things, so that's to be expected. But so one of the reasons why I thought this was interesting, because I was also at another little Patreon thing or something last night, and one of the things brought up was a lot of time we don't know. Like, we can say words, we can be like, oh, well, this seems to fit the data and everything, and it's like, heck, I've sat there and I can match the observational evidence of the anomalous moment of the electron to 13, 14 significant digits. I can create a numerical structure that can be kind of pretty and match it. It doesn't mean it's actually reality there, because also, if you're trying to do science, you're generally looking for a pattern. If you can see a pattern that seems to hold over multiple different things, and it matches the data, and you can actually maybe, I don't know, try to give an explanation that might make some sense, that seems to be a winning combination. Because I'm just going to Wolfram Alpha and be like, oh, here's a closed form. If 786 divided by 4 pi to the 5th divided by 42 blah 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 minus 26 e to the 1 minus pi, it's like, that might fit, that might be a number. I have no idea what that string of digits means.
That's my life.
Well, at least for the thing like h bar, like Planck's constant, that's a moment of action. What the heck is action? I view it as, you got like a drying machine. Take all the thermodynamics and all the other science, you have an action. You poke the thing, it moves a smidge. Okay, you gave it a little bit of action. Some may say, that seems a lot kind of like maybe like a force or something. But if you have an action, but if that action, like you're rubbing the top of that dryer machine because you're trying to dry your laundry, you want it to actually rotate. So that action needs to go a distance, and that ends up being the dimension of energy, because energy is allowing you to do that consistent stuff. And if you actually want your clothes to get clean at some point, you don't want it to just spin once, you want it to keep going. So you need that energy over a period of time, aka, I unplug my laptop, it's only going to last for so long. That's power. That's basically energy over time that you can access there. So that's, at least to me, that starts to logically make some sense. And then all the dimensional stuff lines up and everything. So it's like, I can start to tell a story with that, whereas you just had some random thing like 6 times pi to the 5th or something like that, which it does seem to get about 5 to 6 significant digits for the electron-proton mass ratio, but we have that to like 10 or 12 digits, so it's like, you got half. Can you actually even start to tell a story without be like, the numbers seem to fit? I say this as a person that spends a lot of my day seeing what numbers will fit. That's fantastic. Does it mean anything? Does it mean anything, or is it just like, I'm just clapping for myself, yay, I got numbers to match there. Now, if the numbers are like 2 pi times an important thing, it's like, maybe that important thing's doing a circle thing. Maybe it's doing a rotation, a cycle or something like that. It's like, I can try to grok that, but where it's like, here's a whole bunch of incomprehensible garble that some people know. Okay, that's unfair. That's unfair. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I've been going through what they call the Lagrangian of like the Higgs mechanism or whatever that may or may not be, and I'm like, I look at the notation, and I'm like, explain. I'm asking chat, and again, chat just might be hallucinating, making this up, but I assume there's at least enough information already there on the internet saying the same thing again and again. I'm like, explain it to me with units. Because at least a unit to me means a physical thing. So it goes through, and then I'm looking at it, I'm like,
it's a very reliable place to find that information.
yes. The internet is a very reliable place to find information. Now, quality and accuracy may vary. But, welcome, Jed. Welcome, Jed. Yes, Merry Christmas, awesome one. Merry Christmas, everybody. Yes. Who doesn't like Fizz's hat? I mean, look at it. It's all festive.
It's got stars, so it's still on theme.
Oh, it highlights your jewel, too. Oh, adorable. But that's one of those things. It's like, all right, say words that just make sense. And then I'll start to look at it, and it's like, well, we've got this circle with a slash through it. They call it phi. I'm like, okay. I look at this thing. I'm like, well, what is this dimension? Oh, it's like the square root of joules over meters or something. I'm like, oh, so that's force. So you're taking the square root of force, which, as far as I generally know, that doesn't actually mean anything. Oh, no, but we square it over here. We'll put some more things over there. And, uh-oh, Fizz, you're angry. Why are you angry?
So there's a lot of math happening right now.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I was saying, yep, there we go. Turkey raised to 42. There we go. Is that a ham, or I'm not sure
Where's
what
the
that
pie?
is. Oh, no, it is a turkey. There we go. But, okay, my ultimate thing, and I had a disagreement with Sebastian's in Discord the other day about this. He's like, things don't happen. And I'm like, so what's going on? And he's like, well, you got stuff. I'm like, okay, I agree, there is stuff. And the stuff oscillates. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
Is an
I'm with you.
oscillation a thing? My general paradigm, and you've heard me say this before, is what's going on? Stuff does things.
Mm.
What exactly that stuff is and the particular things that it's doing, I don't know. I'm making educated guesses.
Exactly.
Oh, well, we said it at 11:37, so that's obviously meaningful there. I'm sorry, it went over 137, yada yada. Rick, I am inclined to agree with you. I think they happen. I don't know. I don't know. It's an educated guess, but at least in our realm, or at least the human realm of this fleshy stuff and things, and I would say even within the digital animated realm as well, it appears like stuff is doing things. What say you, Fizz?
Correct. Except sometimes it doesn't, just to fuck with you guys.
Are you saying
That's
universe
just
has a sense
how
of
it works.
humor?
My bad, the language, but that's why it's educated guesses, because there's always going to be something somewhere that goes, yeah, you thought.
I mean, come on. Listen, it's not like universe would like show us something as gorgeous and beautiful as string theory, where gravity just pops out and being like, I had you guys going with that one. It's again, that's a bit unfair, but it's I just sit back. I'm like, wait a sec, but this thing seems to make so much sense. There's no way it couldn't possibly be true unless the universe had a sense of humor. Was like, here's a side quest. Good luck.
Just I think about it this way, over the time, all of the things that were supposedly 100% scientific fact over the years that stopped being that.
Wait a second.
You
Are you
guys are
saying that our
fine.
scientific facts have changed?
Yeah, you guys change facts all the time, which is interesting to me because I figure like facts are like the definition of a fact, but apparently you guys could just change that on a whim and teach completely different stuff to the next generation. It's interesting.
Wait, Fizz. It's not like around the turn of the 20th century or something. There were a whole bunch of like gals dying in childbirth or something, and then one doctor just proposed the absolutely insane idea: what if we washed our hands? Guy got made fun of. What are you talking about? Blah 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 blah. And shortly thereafter, oh, germ theory. Oh, it's
And at one point, it was scientific fact that germs were microscopic demons that
Oh, no, because no, all you needed was some trash, and then from that trash, maggots and stuff would start to be born. So we're literally just creating life out of garbage. they start to come, and that's obviously how life worked and everything. And
Oh wait, no, awesome one. I got it. Yeah, bloodletting. That some of it was just, oh, your blood went bad. We just gotta get rid of some of that, and you should be alright.
okay, I'm not a doctor. I'm just something about attaching a whole bunch of leeches to people. Like, at the time, you're like, well, something's wrong. Well, get the leeches to suck it out. I mean, you're desperate. You don't really have any other choice. Slap those leeches on me, I guess. But
It's
as you learn, it's like,
oh man, I got a cold. I need to go to the doctor and get some leeches. And then that's
yes,
just normal.
yes. I need to clear my sinuses. Let's throw a whole bunch of leeches up there. Here we go. Yes, I would agree that life is humorous. One of my random things that I have no evidence for is that people will say, "What is universe? What is our realm optimized for?" Some people say minimize. People say, "Oh, it's minimal action" or something like that. I'm like, well, what if it was the opposite? What if it maximized for something? What would it maximize for? Every once in a while, I'm like, a good story? Because I couldn't write this. This is too insane. Yes.
Interesting.
Not the leeches.
No. Man, yes. Science changes as we learn how life works. But what's weird is that it will still be said and taken as fact when technically it's always theory.
Okay, some people don't want to say this, but science is technically, it's a process. A process of what? Typically, some may say, casting off our misconceptions. That's something I learned from Rick in the chat
long,
there.
never-ending process, which is why things really should not be stated as solid scientific facts.
Okay, this is where you start going into like the lawyer mode or something, where it's like, these are the facts as we know it, or to the best of our current understanding. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. If you just say,
you put that in
this
your
is how it
textbooks.
is. Now, one can declare that. That person might be right. Perhaps okay, to know what's actually going on, you would technically need to either be an outside observer or all-powerful, all-knowing, and omnipresent, which, depending on your interpretation, some people may view that as literally God.
Yeah.
So perhaps, maybe it's like Ghostbusters. It's like, are you a god? If the answer is no, you're probably going to have to fight the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yeah.
Now, you're supposed to say yes! Yes! That's the answer. Somebody asked you that. Oh, God. Spoilers, like 30 years too late. The Underground... well, I'm not going to lie. This is a very satirical show awesome one. As the Monsterverse has taught us, Hollow Earth is totally a thing.
Oh, yeah.
According to the best sci-fi timelines I know of.
Well, that's interesting because like scientists found plenty of that pretty easily. But what I find interesting is how often random people still keep accidentally finding these underground rivers and stuff by just like falling in a hole.
I've heard some wild stories from people that I don't believe they have any reason to lie to me. Like, these seem like pretty serious people. And then I'll hear an over-the-top story, and it's like, it's almost to the point where, like, if it was another person, I would assume basically it's BS, but I'm like, this seems like a highly reliable person. Maybe they're just messing with me. But then again, it's like, I'll hear another thing, and it's like, this is just within the realm of possibility that it could actually be true. But then on the other end, it's like, oh, wait a second. Is that where those Bigfoot tales come through? It's like, are we talking about like an actual Sasquatch, which may or may not be a thing? Or, I don't know, there's some really tall people from certain areas that were like redonkulously tall that were obviously like, well, those are obviously Nephilim / Bigfoot or something like that. It's like,
they're really good at hiding for considering their size and stuff.
I don't see. This is why I didn't like the movie Troll out of Norway, because the part of the troll is like it's super in nature. So the troll can just basically lie there and like almost auto camouflage until it starts to like move, and then you're like, oh my god! But it was a bit of a different dynamic.
Like, but I mean, to be fair, you guys are still discovering new species of everything. Like,
Oh my god, we have
all
a
the
Super
time.
Saiyan fish now.
uh,
I'm sorry. No, you said it.
Yeah.
You said it. Hold on. Super Saiyan fish. Continue.
yeah, like especially bugs. It'd be cool if you guys stopped finding those. Well, then again, you not finding them doesn't make them not exist. That would be pretty sweet.
You're not a big fan of bugs.
Mm-mm. I
know
understand how some of them are necessary, but all of them are terrible. Super Saiyan fish.
Okay.
Fishy,
Yes, Dragon Ball fan. Meet the world's very first Super Saiyan fish. And of course, they're recycling it. Oh, God. These things are coming from like... So, okay, let's just go to Screen Rant. They should have a picture. So, long story short, there was a researcher. They found a quote-unquote new species to us of fish. And it is now named... Okay, look at this fish. And it's like, okay... I can kind of see how that's happening, because it does kind of seem to have the Super Saiyan aura. What do they call it? It's only like 8 centimeters long.
I think it's cute. Is it
okay.
tasty?
Fizz, don't eat the Super Saiyan fish yet.
Aw.
Wait till after the show. All right. The name is Vanderhorstia Super Saiyan. Creating a rare moment where scientific discovery and anime culture collide.
Look, we all know that the scientists that find this stuff are nerds. You can tell from a lot of the different names, like nerds, geeks, whatever. Yeah, geeks probably about of certain fandoms. You can tell.
Oh my god, the chainsaw fish. Okay, so apparently last month, November 21, 25, paleontologists in Chile discovered an ancient saw shark fossil, named it Pocestra Patricia Canale, a clever nod to the chainsaw devil in the heart of the series Chainsaw Man. I mean,
nice.
But is this
cute.
even?
The science is pretty cute sometimes.
Well, this is the thing. It's like, okay, again, one, scientists have a sense of humor. Number two, scientists are also again. I stand by. Number one, the whole tortoise coordinate. Hold on. Tortoise coordinates. Okay. Yada yada, stuff there. Where is it? It's going to have changed. All I know is when I looked for the tortoise coordinates. I could have sworn they used a turtle shell at one point for the notation. Maybe I just made that up. But I could have sworn I looked at this one time before, and they literally had a turtle shell. I think it was this. I think it was the R there. Right now they have an asterisk. I could have sworn there was a turtle shell there before.
No way.
Maybe it was just the Wikipedia person, that's why they changed it back, because they're like, no, don't do that. But just certain stuff like that, I look at them like, okay, people are totally just trolling or having a good time. But it's like, all right, okay, if you need to... With all that notation and all that math and stuff there, it's like, well, how do you remember that? Oh, it's the thingy with the turtle shell. Oh, yeah, that thing. Gotta stick out. Gotta have a... Yes, it is the over 9,000 fish that's under 8 centimeters.
I'd be more impressed if it could do that, but it could also glow blue in certain instances too. That'd be...
Well, maybe if it goes near a Sharkano that's been detonated recently. That's how the Super Saiyan fish goes Super Saiyan blue.
Yeah.
Just a little Cherenkov radiation over there and everything. Yes, totally. Oh God, where are we going? But yes, see, educated guesses. There's a lot of stuff. I'm still raw over being told in high school. It's like taking chemistry. Well, what's an electron? An electron's a point particle. What does that mean? It's an infinitely small point. Okay. But it exists in all these places at the same time. I'm like, that doesn't really make any sense to me. You fast forward, and I think still technically a lot of folks, they still teach that electrons are point particles, infinitely small, but it's like, but doesn't the electron have a radius? Kind of like if you had like a ball or a cantaloupe or something like that, and you're trying to go out from the center there, it's like, well, it's got a radius. But that's a ball. That's not like a point. Oh, well, it's more like a charge gradient or something like this, doing this highly articulate motion. And I just sit there and I just kind of, what are you saying? It's, it reminds me something very much like, this. Wait a second. Let's gather up some chakra. What's going on? Let's start whirling this energy into some form of a spherical form.
Now I see. He made.
Oh, wait. Hold on, wait. So what you're saying is an electron, it does have a radius. It's some form of a energy charge gradient type thing whirling around in articulate motion. I'm like, oh, like a Rasengan.
That's a very tiny one. Very tiny.
Oh, well, that's technically Naruto's first Rasengan. Because it says Naruto's first Rasengan. So it's on the internet.
No. I mean, I don't mean that his Rasengan is tiny.
Leave him alone! He's an adolescent at this point. He hasn't even finished the tuning exams, I think. That might be a lie. He may have finished the tuning exams. I forget exactly the chronology here. No, but there's the thing. They say words, and it's like, okay, I don't understand. And again, this is just an educated guess, but based upon what a lot of smart folks have told me, I'm like, so you're saying it's this energy thing? Because I could imagine as an energy thing, and okay, maybe that electron cloud or ball or whatever, it's going around a nucleus, it's kind of connected there, it's doing its whatever interacting thing, and then when we do our little measurement thing, it goes clicking, and it seems to get whatever is the prevailing amplitude or whatever. And again, I'm not a quantum mechanic, I'm not an experimentalist. This could just be all a load of hokey pokey that I'm just throwing out there on the internet because it's the internet. But at least for me, I'm like, at least for my mind, I'm like, all right, so it's a charge gradient. And we often model things as like spheres and stuff, and that seems to work. Why? Because, well, I don't know, just because maybe occasionally you take, I don't know, you do the stupidest thing in the world, and it's like, let's literally take a spherical cow of like the Higgs boson, that quote unquote God particle thing, divide it by 4/3 pi r cubed, where r is just its Compton wavelength. That's just a given thing that you get there, and you divide it into it, and then what happens? Gives you a really big energy density. You divide it into the universe's energy density, and then you basically get a dimensionless magnitude that looks very equal to the cosmological constant that people don't understand. And my first thing is, this is the most naive thing in the world. I learned this from Sean Carroll from just like listening to his series and then being like, I wonder what it actually is. Because I first thought about it, I'm like, there's no reason to do this calculation because there's a whole bunch of smart people that have been working on stuff like this for years. But when I actually looked into it, a lot of folks were looking into this, but they were trying to explain inflation, whatever that may or may not have been. And I'm like, well, I'm not as smart as these people. Let me do the easy thing. And long story short, there's this spherical god cow or whatever you multiply it by Einstein's C4 constant, that metric that we use for all this different stuff. It basically, you end up getting like 1/meters squared. And I'm like, that's the dimension of the cosmological constant. I'm like, somebody had to have done this, right?
That's either a lot of beef or not enough beef. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I have no idea the actual beef consistency in that at all. I just literally just threw a whole bunch of random stuff at you, and again, thank you for thank you for not running away yet.
I'm following. Just, not most of it. I got the cow part.
No, the cow is in physics. There's a saying that's physics is easy because we assume spherical cows. What that is there's no such thing as a spherical cow. But physicists assume ideal conditions so we can attempt to do calculation. Oh God, I'm saying we like I'm an actual physicist or something. But the idea is we're trying to account for those infinite number of variables that we can't account for the best we can. And then it's like, what's an idealized condition? Assume a perfect sphere. Okay, that doesn't exist, but we're going to assume it for ease of calculation. I just did the most naive thing there, and I'm like, oh, this seems to be proportional to the magnitude of this other thing that seems really important and mysterious. And I found like one paper in a slightly different context that kind of seems to talk about it from a different way, and I'm like, listen, I'm just a dreamer with a mathematical notebook here and stuff, and that's kind of spectrum-y. That's like, what is this? What is this? And we'll sit there for hours going, la 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 la. Kind of, yes, I had the tongue thing. I assume it's something akin to you did with educated guesses. Because that was actually a good bit of pretty accurate research there.
It was pretty brief. It was just like, all right, let me make sure I've got the right physicist for the right thing, and now I got to make this shit rhyme.
I mean that is quite impressive. So let's actually look at let's evaluate Fizz's scientific validity.
Ooh.
Oh, I never thought I would speak that series of words. You learn a new thing every day. All right. So what we have over here? Okay. E equals mc squared. For the rest mass of stuff, as far as we know it, that is correct. I do that very often. Energy and mass compared. All right, there we go. Relativity, it's clear. Einstein's vision brings us near. Okay. So we jump to a slightly different topic because there's the special relativity, the general relativity, but you also need to get to rhyme.
This was actually the hardest one, was the retort to Einstein. I had to really do some digging to come up with it.
Hey, you and Niels Bohr, too. Bohr had to take Einstein's own work and be like, no, professor, see, your own work shows that I am more likely correct.
Look, I seriously, I had to, because I was like, look, I can't have this song without starting with this. Like, it's like of the rule or something. They have to have Einstein first. And I'm sitting there going, okay, there's gotta be a catch. There's gotta be some kind of loophole. It took forever until finally I came up with that.
That's I'm gonna conjecture. We're gonna conjecture here.
And then getting it to sing it, oh my goodness, because this was written like a bunch of different ways as well, especially observational. Oh my god.
That can be said in many different ways. But I like this because it's like, well, this doesn't really quite explain what's going on. Our observational plane, because also if things in our realm seem, quote unquote, pretty flat. Because like some people will kind of go nutty bananas over flat Earth or whatever. It's like, to be fair, the Earth in 2 dimensions is technically flat. But it's whatever about the flat Earth. What about the flat universe? Wait, what's going on? When they say flat, there doesn't appear to be quote unquote curvature. Because, like, if we were in a sphere or like a Pringle potato chip style universe or something, you would think that there would be some curvature one way or another. It's kind of like you have a triangle. It's going to add up to 180 degrees unless, okay, screw the triangle, take a piece of pizza. Everybody likes pizza. You take your piece of pizza, you slap it over a cantaloupe because you can. That pizza will go from its standard 180-ish degrees to a little bit more or less because it's going to have to curve out there. So the angles are going to be a little bit different there, if you would. Okay. We're talking about kinetic or potential energy. Here's a big one right here. I have no idea if you knew it or not, but there's also a concept of the principle of stationary action. I have no idea if you came across that. I'm still grokking out what the heck is going on with that. But you bring up the big question. It's like, well, we assume these things. We assume we're moving. It's like, well, what if the observer was stationary? What if there was something else going on that we didn't know? So that's well done.
That one was the hardest part. The rest of them, my retorts are kind of BS. Because they were so much easier, though.
Oh, they're much more direct. They're much more direct. And then now you're trying to go for it. It's like, oh, energy, and then something field theory. It's like, all right, how do we get this? How do we make this into like an internet haiku in 8 lines?
Yeah. I worked really hard on the Einstein one, and the rest of them I was just like, nah, I got this.
Oh, yeah, because we continue. It's like gravity and falling fruit. Newton's law. In every move. Apples drop. That's when he knew. Motion secrets. In our view. According to legend, this is probably just a made-up tale, a story by Newton himself, just to promulgate the I don't know, the clout that was Newton, the greatest scientist of the time, arguably ever. Okay, I don't know, but
I did do a little searching to make sure that quote right there is actually something he is quoted as saying.
Oh no! I believe he did say that. It's just some people, and again, maybe it really happened, but it's like
no, not the
Newton
apple
was
part.
really...
The what goes up must come down. Like I looked to make sure that wasn't like that was attributed to him having said or written it. Before I put it in there. Hey, Keishel.
Wow. Welcome, Keishel. We're having apparently our local wolf girl is actually a science journalist in internet haiku form. I don't know. You appear to have done research.
I was going to say maybe it's just considered researcher, but very mild research.
Well, you're bringing up retorts. You're pointing out like the general thing, the way that people would, like an average Sally Dick or Jane. It's like, all right, wait, what are you gonna say? Blah 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 blah. What is this? I don't even know how to say. Was it G mu nu plus F lambda? Blah 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 blah. It's like most people are like, what? Oh, the stuff that we see. What's going on? Oh, well, there's some energy in motion, or well, the potential of energy, or are we maybe missing something? Is there something going on? Okay, motion secrets in our view. What goes up must come down. That's what you said, you silly clown. But we know it's not always true. Maybe too many apples hit you. Oh, wow.
I feel bad because I needed stuff that rhymed, and I was just like straight mean. This one, instead of debunking like anything, I was just like, "This is the easy."
Did he actually say what goes up must come down?
He does. That's what I looked up to make sure that he does actually say that before I called him.
Oh, you just broadened the conversation. You just went to Earth, been like, you silly goose. You have a universal law of gravitation. What happens when you leave the Earth there, big guy? Allegedly,
Exactly.
Noon was also kind of a really big dick. So
I
maybe
don't
that
feel
makes
bad
it.
no more then.
Well, exactly. It's
I felt mean when I wrote
allegedly. I didn't know
like,
the
this is
guy,
just
but I'm
mean
like,
spirited, but I mean, I shouldn't have to explain anything. So I'm just gonna be mean.
God, is this how humanity began with falling fruit?
Oh goodness.
Snakes all the way down? Well, Rick, I would tend to agree. She ate flag. Flag has been raised. God. Pirates. All right. So we're going back. Bez, you want to sing this?
the human scientist part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to get it to where a group would sing that.
I will do a duel with you. Let's wreck people's ears. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. We're
We're
human scientists.
We don't
We
have
don't
access
have access to
to
the
other
other
realms.
realms.
And there's
And there's
strange magic.
magic. No
No matter
matter
what we do,
do, even if we tried and true, still comes down to very educated guesses. Okay. All right. Now I see why musicians separate things out and don't do things over the internet with little minor lag and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. It sounds exactly like broken plates. Correct.
Oh goodness.
He had said that like 30 seconds before, and I'm just choosing to acknowledge it now. Okay. Quantum worlds with waves and chance. Oh, unpredictability. Heisenberg takes a bold stance. Certainties, the core of light, particles in shifting flight.
This one was a hard one to write, but I wanted to include it because it is one thing I find very interesting.
So is yeah, uncertainty. That's the thing, because it seems to happen with. I was gonna say, wait, was that only a particle thing? But a lot of times we choose to view light as photons and particles, even though it's a wave. But it does seem to basically, as soon as we start to look at it, things seem to get weird. Why? I don't know. It's not like blasting something with a high power laser might do anything to it. Because people said that shouldn't make a difference. And I'm like, oh, okay. Let me assume that. And then people start saying, well, if you take a weak measurement, I'm like, what's a weak measurement? Well, you get a lot less information, but you don't quote unquote collapse things. I'm like, wait. So what you're saying is if rather going pew, we go pew, 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 pew. A whole lot of times we can kind of get like a larger picture. Maybe we don't have all the mapping, but things don't go. I'm like, wait, so the intensity of things matter? Imagine my shock.
There's an MIT kid that proved it wrong in the 90s. Every teacher told him it was wrong. Yeah, because teachers are trained to tell you whatever they're telling them is the scientific fact at the moment. That's the problem with teaching like that.
That reminds me of, what was it? At one point, I think it was in high school or something. Like, I think Thad got into an argument with a math teacher because they had something like, okay, what's the answer to this? It's like, okay, it's like you would have, it's like, how far would this be? And the answer was like negative, like 1 meter or something. And Thad's like, no, that doesn't make sense. It's like, you have negative length. It's like, no, this is a thing. It's like, and you just kind of stare. It's like, in our reality? It's, again, I still remember that electron thing. I don't know about that MIT story. I'm happy to take a look into that. But oh god, okay. So I'm gonna get. Earlier, I was listening to the algorithm comes up, and I've been listening to like a lot of Sean Carroll's things lately. And at one point, he says like, there are occasionally times where somebody goes to like their advisor, professor, something. They're like, well, here's a really weird idea, and at least earlier it was like, well, no, that's obviously wrong. it's easy to point out how things might be necessarily wrong because, well, it's unfamiliar, not familiar. Oh, that's obviously. And then fast forward 5-10 years, somebody else wrote it down, and then people like, oh, yes, that was a splendid, beautiful idea. And the person's like, I was told that wasn't anything. So I think statistically, that's going to happen. You have to be careful, too, because it's very easy to look at something and be like, well, this is obviously the answer. Because bias, human bias and stuff. It's like, why? Of course I want to have like a spherical God cow card or something I can slap down on the table and be like, I play this. Oh God, okay, yes, I am. Yeah, I am that type of crazy person. Why? Because, well, I'm also the type of person that's like, I play the Winged Dragon of Ra because I'm a nerd and I want to say, great beast of the sky, please hear my cry. Transform thyself from orb of light and bring me victory in this fight. Cast your fury upon my flow and reveal thyself with their glow as I call out your name. Winged Dragon of Ra. Okay, I ruined it. So I was mostly. I think I said furry instead of fury.
That happens to me more often than it should.
That doesn't surprise me.
Like, way more often than it should, those two words.
Hell has no wrath like a furry scorned.
I'll be on stream trying to read something off the screen and I'll be saying furry.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds right. That sounds right. All right. Arlen's shifting flight. Let's see. All right. Here. You can read the female part.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. Hope you didn't win that Nobel Prize for this. Humans will never be perfect at all these calculations and shit.
Wow.
That one was too easy. That one was too easy to... The hardest part of that one was looking up Heisenberg and actually finding the information I wanted on Heisenberg.
Now, I'm going to have to push back with some love and respect. I'm not sure if that is obvious, or is it more like you're stating that we don't seem to know, so you're commenting on, we can't be sure about what happens.
Yeah, I'm saying, that's obvious. That should have been obvious from the get-go, that you guys don't have all the answers automatically. And
oh God, now you just I have
emails
no
for
idea
the win.
I don't know. I have no idea if he actually won a Nobel Prize. I want to say yes, but I'm actually not even sure.
He did.
Nobel Prize in Physics in 32. Okay.
He did. It wasn't for this.
You're throwing shade at everybody.
Yep, I threw shade. And the Nobel Prize was not for this.
All these calculations. Wow. Fizz is going off. Yes, Rick. But
yes.
No ether. When I can start to use phrases from children's books, aka but no elephants, it's like, but no ether. It's space-time, it's the medium, the fabric of reality, perhaps a superfluid, but no ether. Why? Because it's a 5-letter word. Occasionally 6. Oh, jeez. All right. Oh, God. Now we're going after Hawking. This might be okay.
Honestly, I should have made this song longer. I only went after 4 people, but I went after, like, the biggest, like, most well-known, I would think, series and stuff.
Fizz, how would you like to travel with me across the internet as we make satire of just science everywhere?
Well, I could totally do that. I could extend this.
No. I'm just saying, like, we could just continue to do, because this actually is a fun thing, and if you can point out in a lighthearted fashion, especially if somebody happens to still be around and there are people actively doing it, it's like you just point out, just be kind, just be like, what? Just maybe a wee little less profane language there if they're
Oh,
alive. Maybe it's
yeah.
we'll have some
Yeah.
sensitivity, but we want to be entertaining and then just make people think. That's my big thing. I don't really care. Some people are like, you must believe this, or this is the way it is. It must believe this. It's like I just want people to think, because very often it's like you just keep on saying the same thing again and again, and repetition renders the ridiculous reasonable. I learned that from a math professor that is very good at getting people all riled up about different things.
Nice.
So, and ultimately, I think Thad once said, it's like, well, if somebody isn't calling you crazy, you're obviously not making progress. So until somebody's gone to the point where they're like,
you finally flipped.
are you really making progress?
Right.
All right. To the black holes. Hawking's black holes so intense. Cosmic wonders so immense. Event horizons darkest dance. Space-time curves with every glance. I'm not 100% exactly sure how this relates directly to Hawking. I know he did research on these things. Fizz, give us the backstory.
When I looked up what one of the things he was most known for having theories on and stuff was black holes mostly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It was I think he's primarily known for the claim, and again, we don't necessarily have observational evidence. It just seems to fit pretty well that black holes might evaporate. That seems like a weird thing. Maybe it's true, but maybe it's not. And even if let's actually get to the response before I start to critique this. Oh no, Fizz, you're up.
I'll just be honest with you, Chief. It's the universe's trash can. It ain't deep. Gotta complicate it with all this math. Do you really want to feel my wrath?
Wow.
This one was lazy. I just went with what I've been saying about black holes all the time, where it's like, oh no, that's just where the space trash goes. It's like a big space trash compactor.
So okay, you did this all yourself with somebody that's been annoyed to no end with me rambling on about things. Okay, so basically his thing was, and again, maybe there is more and more stuff, because I mean he did work with I think he did some work with Professor Penrose, and this might be a little bit more applicable, because his thing was, well, black holes must evaporate, and you're like, what the heck is that? All right, so you get a black hole, whatever this is, this missing ball of space-time, this invisible spherical nothingness or lack of time or whatever. It's there, but then the thought is, well, if the vacuum is no true vacuum and there's all these whirling virtual particles, if it's mass, it might absorb some antiparticles. So if you got matter and antimatter, it has to emit a photon, so the black hole will get smaller. But I'm like, okay, I'm willing to accept that argument, but my thought is, I'm like, but you're assuming it's absorbing antimatter. But if there's virtual particles, doesn't that mean there's also matter particles? So even if that was a thing, was it actually going to shrink? Because at the same time, it might be, rather than absorbing anti-things, absorbing normal things. So my thought is, wouldn't it just balance out? So one could make the argument that it, rather than a junk compactor, no, it's obviously just recycling. It's just recycling this stuff. It's like you assume the antiparticle paradigm. What the heck gives you the ability to say it's only this sign or something like that? Because the sign of the particle is just like literally just negative or just nothing there. It's because normal thing, negative thing is the anti. So okay, we could. Oh wow, we could probably make this really. Okay. Yeah, you're just opening up on poor Stephen Hawking right here.
Hey, this was one of the nicer ones. I was just like, Bruh, you ain't been there. You don't know, man. Like, stop trying to math everything.
I've been around. I spent time on the
Right?
moon watching all this drama play out.
Yeah. It ain't your business.
Technically, it was his business because I mean he was
Yeah,
a physicist,
well,
so he
you
was
should've
actually
made it
supposed
his
to
business.
look into the. Okay, so hold on. Okay, the thing that you could say about all this math is, we could easily make this into a music video because the actual thingy is.
Oh God.
Yeah, it cute. Yeah,
Hold on to it.
No. Well, see, no, it's not as. Oh, wait a second. God, black hole. Okay, yeah. Okay, it's just this thingy right here.
Just
What is
that
this?
thing.
It's just Planck's reduced constant times the speed of light to the third power divided by 8 pi Newtonian gravitational constant, your mass term, and then the Boltzmann constant, because that's obviously what it is. Or an educated guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's why it's got them wiggly lines.
That is interesting. I'm glad I went to this. I haven't been here for a while. Thank you, Fizz. I just noticed random magnitudes and stuff, and just kind of like grok it there. That's the only reason. Like when I go on my little Wolfram holes and stuff, it's literally just like, oh, that looks familiar. What would make this 1? Or what would get this to an interesting number? And I just type in real quickly, of course, just first level approximation. Again, I'm trying to be like a digital wizard here using words, and I'm just taking stuff and attempting to do things with it digitally. Or as Stephen Wolfram may say, I'm attempting to compute computational X, whatever X might be. I'm just trying to use the tools we have to try to figure out what's going on. It's basically, it's like being in Minecraft, and it's like, all right, you now have a diamond pick. Use it wisely. I have no idea if that made any sense at all. But we're human scientists. We don't have access to the other realms and their strange magic. No matter what we do, even if we tried and true, it still comes down to Fizz.
Very educated guesses.
Guesses. Educated guesses. And then we're back to the reframe, and all right. Well done, young wolf girl. Oh, God. All right.
That was the most effort I put into what is technically a physics related shitpost. Like,
I'm just saying we need to at some point just I can do out the dude sides. You just get me some of that stuff. We'll crank it into an actual clip, and hell, even if we're just like lip syncing words or whatever, it's like who cares? Because my singing is abysmal. I know you can actually sing. We'll put together in a little zany thing, and
we'll make a
then
little
we'll-
music video. It's gonna be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, no, just a little thing. It's like, what are you talking about? It's like, oh, what's the math? Oh God, there's the math, and it's
There's
like
math.
again,
I even have. I
might
haven't.
be right? Question mark. And that's the thing. It's like it's just we're pointing out that it's like science is a process. It's a series of educated guesses. We're trying to be less wrong. That's the thing. Because what are we trying to do? We're trying to be more perfect. Or at least that was a motto of at least the United States of America. It's like, again, number one, admit we're not perfect, but we seek to be more perfect. And that seems to be a decent thing to strive for. In modern parlance, we may say, level up. But
I have a question.
Please.
Is Jaxla okay?
Oh. I don't know. I assume so. I think a lot of people just kind of like the vent because it's the internet.
Okay.
Okay. Fizz, what do you got going on?
I think I'm supposed to be doing more reading. In a little bit on my Twitch, because it's Thursday, and I've been playing a game that claims it's a romance game, but it forgot the romance part. So it's just I've been reading an interesting story to everybody.
Is that
And that
the
is where
one
I've
where
been
it looked
mixing
like
up furry and fury a lot for some reason.
I am? Is that the one I popped into before, and it seemed to be getting very uncomfortable because you were being put in more and more ridiculous situations?
Yeah, you're a girl, and you're like, for some reason, practically held hostage by the Shinsengumi, who are also demons or some weird crap. You're looking for your missing dad, and so are they, except they're not ever, apparently. So the plot is just really.
I remember popping in for that. I'm like, oh my god, Fizz, get the hell out of there.
So the
It's
plot.
not
The
a
plot
safe. It's not a safe place for adorable wolf girls to be.
Oh, wait, I almost forgot. And they told me I needed to continue to pretend to be they mistook me for a dude. Rude. And told me I needed to continue to be mistaken for a dude for my own safety because they're all dudes. But there's no anything going on. It's just like, you're over here. Oh, this guy's annoying. Haha, funny. Okay, now you're over here. Like, there's no romancing like it's supposed to be, but there's like the everybody's just everybody's just a jerk. Different kinds of jerks, and you're basically just kind of walking along watching their plot unfold while you're just like there.
So now is that just because you're still continuing to play a dude, kind of like in Mulan?
Well, they all know I'm not a dude, but they don't want anybody else outside of them to know I'm not a dude for some reason. And they also just can't seem to decide what to do with me, though, because they were like, okay, well, we're looking for your dad, too, so we're going to help you find your dad. You can help us, whatever. And then not let me do that, ever. They just kind of are like, no, you stay in this room forever.
So again, I have no context. Part of me almost thinks that this might actually be one of the most dangerous and highly mature rated games, but somehow, due to your bubbly personality, you've avoided all that.
It could be.
I have no idea. That's just a random
choices.
guess there, but it's within the realm of possibility. It's like, this game has been banned. It's like, oh, this game was so dull. Why? I just picked the particular path through the game that just led to...
Playing the game labels my stream mature audiences. So the game is supposed to be for mature audiences, and I'm like, but why though? Like,
why is it a slightly stressful episode of Arthur or something?
Right?
That seems like, it's a serious for PBS or something. It's like,
right. The most that has happened is somebody might have gotten killed at some point. A bad guy might have died fighting at some point. That's about it.
All right. Well, we've learned a lot tonight. There's like it on the doobly doo in the chat there if you'd like to.
If Jacksaw is talking about the same thing, yeah. It's apparently based on and I don't know which one came first, the anime or I think the anime for it came out first, and it's mostly action with a plus this girl, everybody likes this girl, sort of, maybe, I'm not sure. The anime really puts her with the main, what is very obviously the main dude, and I think that they forgot that it was supposed to be a game. So it's just the anime, only more boring. I think the anime is probably interesting. I want to watch it.
And there you have it, folks. That's what we got. So
I make it fun, though. I make the story fun because I read it to y'all and get jump scared by really stupid stuff. in
very
the
true.
game.
You can always click on the little things and scare the bejesus out of Fizz. Why?
Fuck you.
Because she's quite jumpy. So with that said, take care, you all, and no wolf girls were hurt in the making of this story.
I'm broken. You broke me. Oh no. Oh dear. You guys! You guys! I just want to hug some gold!